Yes guys, how's it going? Welcome back to a new video and the first one in a little while. I've had a busy few weeks getting married, going away on holiday, but I'm back and just in time because Newcastle have got a very busy week coming up and a very busy end of the season. I mean, it was a busy week last week, but we didn't quite get the results that we wanted, did we? Losing against Arsenal, we knew it was going to be tough. And then away to Leeds, 2-2, back and forth, penalties galore, come out with a point. But it's a point in the right direction. And now we have Brighton on Thursday, Leicester on Monday, and then we head down to Stamford Bridge for our final game of the season. And it's all in our hands. Look, it is. We've had a fantastic season as it is. It's confirmed that we will be playing Europa League football. We will be playing abroad somewhere next season, regardless of what happens next. But we want it to be Champions League, and we're already getting linked to transfers for this summer window. We've got a huge one to talk about in this video. Dominic Szoboszlai, Sky Sports are reporting it. Everybody's reporting it. Newcastle appear to be getting the green light on signing the €70 million player. And we'll talk about him in a little bit. One of the big things he said is that he wants, his future is uncertain and he wants to be playing Champions League football next season. And that's the thing, it's exciting. I cannot wait to get into this summer window where we will be linked to every player under the sun. It's going to be exciting, it's going to be fun. But how much more fun and more exciting will it be if we can nail down that Champions League spot first? As I say, we're playing Brighton on Thursday. I will be at the game. I'll be doing the usual preview, pre-match chat, match day vlog reaction. Hopefully it's a good one. Playing a Brighton side who've just gone and beat Arsenal 3-0. And historically, our games against Brighton aren't always the most exciting. If you can give me a boring 1-0 Newcastle right now, I will take it. Thank you very much. And that's pretty much what it comes down to. 3 games to go. It's in our hands. 2 wins. And we're done. 2 wins. And it is Champions League football. You can look at the fact that Liverpool are playing later on tonight. And if against Leicester, and if they draw against Leicester, then I think we only need 4 points from our last 3 games. You can even look at the goal difference and everything like that. It's in our hands. It's down to us. Eddie Howe needs to get these guys up for it and playing for it. And it's 2 games, both at home, Brighton, Leicester, in a row, back-to-back, 4 days apart. War flags. I've no doubt we'll be pulling out some of the biggest displays the Toon fans have ever seen. We've got to get behind them, and they've got to get out there and get the job done. And you know, Eddie Howe always talks about it game by game, and it is game by game. You can see it a little bit in the players in the last couple of games. As you know, we've looked so organised and so composed. And yes, we have moments of here and there, like every team does. It's trying to get back to basics. Let's get back to what we've done so well under Eddie Howe. Pressure well. Don't keep your cool. Don't lose your head. You don't have to kick it out. Give it to Bruno, give it to Trippier, take your time. And in fact, Newcastle, we actually have a very good record under Eddie Howe in late night games. I'm pretty sure it's of the 9 late night games under Eddie Howe, we've either drawn or won them all and haven't lost them. So let's hope we can keep that record going into these next few. If you want to let me know down below your predictions of how you think we'll get on in the next few, please feel free to do so. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling confident. I think Brighton will be a very tough task, and Leicester are still a side that have something to play for. They don't want to get relegated. So we haven't got easy games by any means. But fingers crossed, we push through this next few. We come out the other end of it with a smile on our face, and we head into that summer transfer window with the world at our feet. We know we've got the money. Eddie Howe says that we don't have a bottomless pit of money. I think we do have a bottomless pit of money, but FFP won't let us spend it. That's the problem. We've probably got as much money as you could ever want. Well, we do. We're the richest club in the world. It's the FFP that isn't on our side. But according to reports from Sky Sports and a few others, I think this is probably I know we're kind of not even into the summer window yet. And I know there's been kind of reports here and there, but I feel like this is the first big one that's kind of not just in the newspapers, but Sky Sports are reporting it. It's everywhere. As of kind of last night and today, that Newcastle are looking to potentially splash big money on Dominik Szoboszlai. He is the attacking midfielder from Red Bull Leipzig. I'm not going to pretend that I've been scouting this kid since he was 8 years old, 22 years old, but just looking at him straight away, Eddie Howe player. 22 years old, still young, but he's already the captain of Hungary international team. He's very versatile in the attacking midfield positions. He offers a lot of versatility of where he can play on the pitch. He pretty much does it all. He's 6'1", so he's young, big lad, already experienced, playing national football, I think in the last 2 seasons at Red Bull Leipzig since he went there from Salzburg for 18 million euros. He's already scored 14 goals and got 18 assists in 2 seasons. So you're looking at someone who's young, but already experienced. He's a bit of a unit, 6'1". It's what Eddie Howe likes in his players. He likes a physical side. It's kind of all written in there in black and white as to why Eddie Howe is interested. And I mentioned I've not been scouting him, but Newcastle have, and a few other teams have as well. It's reported that Newcastle were actually there to see him play in a game the other day when he actually scored the 96th minute winner for Red Bull Leipzig. So he's not just scoring goals, he's scoring important goals as well. And the price tag being slapped on him at the minute is 70 million euros, which is expensive. I'll be very interested to see what we do this summer window in terms of spend. For starters, let's get that Champions League done and dusted first. Because as I've said, he has said in his interviews that he's not, his future is to be decided, but he wants Champions League football. So straight away, if you just think of the players that we'll be linked with, because we're going in that right direction anyway. You know, we are always going to be linked with some of the best players now. Even Champions League players, even if we didn't get there, because we are going to get there. You know, come in, join us, you'll get a game, you'll learn, you'll build, you'll go with us. But imagine if we have it, then some of the names coming through will become serious options for us to pick up in the summer window. And as I've said, Sky Sports are reporting that Newcastle want a centre-back, a winger, and a centre-mid this summer window. You know, I don't disagree. I think there's probably a lot of positions Newcastle want this window. You could look at reinforcements in the left back. You could even look at reinforcements in the right back behind Trippier. You know, is Ashby ready to step into that role just yet, or could we add more there? I think centre mid is a no-brainer right now, whether it's a more attacking or defensive player, just because we've done well the second half of this season to keep players going. You know, Eddie Howe works these guys hard, and he's kept them going throughout all of the end of this season. Isak, Wilson, I would say maybe not necessarily an out-and-out striker, because I think Wilson's got another season in him. I think we'll possibly see more and more of Isak as Wilson. We'll see what happens with him. But saying that, he's just scored, you know, he's in the form of his career. You know, so what am I even saying? But to have someone maybe like a more versatile player up front who can play left, who can play right, I think that's why Dominik Szoboszlai, trying to get that right, is another player that Eddie Howe can bring in as that versatile, can kind of play out there, can play out there, can play in the middle. You can see why he's being looked at. The reason 70 million is the number is because it's reported that is his release clause. 70 million euros is roughly 60 million pounds, 61 million pounds. So 70 sounds a lot. 61 doesn't sound quite as much, and that's the release clause as well. So you could well see that actually go less if we're able to pick it up. But as I've mentioned, Newcastle aren't the only team scouting him. There is a fair few. But it's good. It's exciting. It's great to hear us being linked with some, as I say, good players that other teams are interested in. We want to be the team that beats them to it. But having that Champions League football would certainly help us do that. So it's a big week for Newcastle in more ways than one. It's getting our heads stuck into these big games of football and coming very quickly out the back of that. This news on players' transfers is going to heat up very quick. So let me know your thoughts on the €70 million link as of today by Sky Sports and a few others. Are you excited to see the transfer window come in? Or are you just staring at the Brighton game for now thinking, let's get that job done first? Alright guys, thanks for watching as always. Drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already. As I've said, I've not been around for the last week or so. It's been a busy one, but I'm back in time for a few very busy games this week. I'll be at them. We'll have all the usual, as I've mentioned, reactions. Hopefully I'll be smiling in those videos. And if you're not subscribed, be sure to go and hit the button. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later.